Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat. We have a special guest today.
We have a very special guest, Ali from Car Trackers. I had no idea you're a millionaire if you're driving around a Honda Civic.
Literally. Everything's going up.
Yes.
I mean, literally, we learned so much fascinating information about the used car industry.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing. And there's also some tricks in here that I think our listeners might be able to utilize, whether it be maybe you have a lease, maybe you financed a car, maybe you're kind of sick of it, want to trade it in. The times have changed.
Oh, yes.
The rules are different.
Yes.
So we're going to learn and take a look at someone who's just been on fire since the pandemic.
Crazy growth.
And then, of course, we have a lot of news stories to talk about. I think
a lot of bags.
A lot of bags. I think,
people getting bags and people are reselling bags.
And actually, the bag itself might be worth quite a bit.
Has anything gone down?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Evergrande, missing payments left and right. Stock market goes up.
Goes up?
Yeah.
What'd they do? They missed 2 big payments? Stock market's through the roof?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Too many days of red, and we're like, no. Not in 2021.
The party never stops.
All right. Well, there you have it. Let's get into it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Let's talk about cars.
You know, I'm in the market for a car. I've been saying I wanted to buy a van for a long time.
Good luck. Heard you can't even find them.
You can't. Ali, what's the deal here? What's going on with the car market?
The car market, it's ridiculous right now. There's obviously, everyone's heard of the chip shortages.
What is the chip shortage? I think that sounds like a conspiracy to me.
I agree. Sounds like QAnon.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I think I saw that on TikTok. You're
right. So what happened was, I think back in March, there was the largest manufacturer. They burnt their factory burned down.
Oh, how convenient.
Ooh, sounds like a lab in Wuhan.
Yeah. Little interesting.
And then within a month, the second largest one burned down.
Oh, my
well.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You don't have sprinklers? A fire fucking man? I mean, how is shit doesn't even burn down here.
The largest chip factory doesn't have a fucking fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
And this is in Taiwan or China?
It's in Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not even in
Not
where
even
I was
Japan.
thinking.
Yeah.
And they were separate from each other?
They were separate from each other, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so
Okay, so
all
there's
right, now we know why car prices. The car industry basically is burning down these factories just to sell their shitty cars at higher prices.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it seems like it, right?
So you're talking about new cars.
Can we rewind on the chip? What's the chip?
Yeah, what is this chip?
I mean,
there's
the
no
chips,
factories.
There's chips in everything, right? Like in your radio, your navigation, I think there's chips in the remotes. There's chips in everything pretty much. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of these manufacturers that have cars already that are sitting and they have no chips, so they can't, deliver them to dealers. So that's
Oh, so they just have like full
part of the
cars,
issue.
just with all they need is the chip.
all they need is a chip.
Damn,
And
you
there's
want a chipless? Maybe you can get a chipless caravan.
I'm looking for a
Get a
chipless car.
bicycle.
It has no...
I don't need navigation. I have a phone. I don't even need a radio.
It's just all manual.
It's manual.
Yeah.
It's like Fred Flintstone. You move with your feet.
There's a hole in the bottom.
Come on, Dom and Miles.
Come on,
Get your
start
legs.
kicking.
I mean, it's also, before we get to the rest of the stuff, how much of a competitive advantage Tesla has by manufacturing here.
USA.
USA.
And why the government needs to subsidize like all electric car manufacturers to make sure that we don't face this. Like, you can't get a car.
You literally can't get a car.
Can you get, what about like obviously Anand got a nicer car, but like what if you got...
I want to shout out, I can't say his name, group chat listener, you know who you are. I would not have gotten this car if it weren't for you.
Wow.
So
It's
thank
crazy
you.
that cars are like
getting...
off-whites.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, shout out to my plug. I got that new Audi A4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I didn't get anything crazy. It's just an SUV.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would imagine. Just a nicer SUV.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really like that. The hype is, there's hype in cars right now. So like Civic SIs are going like 10, 15 grand over sticker. When you used to be able to get those 5 grand off sticker all day.
And how much is that car normally?
What's it like? Now they're like over 40 grand
For a Civic?
for a Civic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
Those
God.
are typically...
So when I see a guy driving a Civic, he's rich.
Yeah.
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 A brand new Civic, I'm like, damn, baller.
What do you think the chances are? I know I'm going way left field here. What, in your mind, what are the chances the chip thing, the fires weren't an accident? Seems fishy.
It definitely seems fishy, that's for sure. I mean, so there was another incident that happened recently. So Ford, obviously, I don't know if you guys heard, Ford trucks have been selling like crazy. Vans have been selling like crazy. Any type of passenger van, transit vans, it's been through the roof right now. And there was a...
Who's buying those transit vans?
All the businesses that have been booming during the pandemic, right?
Like delivery.
Got it. Even passenger vans, because now everyone's able to, travel. So that's what's been hot.
But that's a lot. Probably like because people aren't doing international. They're probably doing those freaking cross-country camping trips.
Yeah, during the pandemic, we were buying a lot of these because businesses were shut down, right? So we were buying a ton of them, and we're buying them cheap and just selling them cheap because nobody really wanted them at that time. Now it's the hottest thing in the car market right now. There was a train in Missouri that was bringing a bunch of brand new Ford Transits and Ford trucks, and it suddenly just crashed, and all of them just got damaged.
How is this all happening?
I need to see a TikTok on this.
Yeah, I need our best TikTok people on it.
It's the same way I feel like all the problems with freight and stuff. Like I feel like people are also just jacking up the prices because they're like, fuck it, people will pay it.
Yeah. Like
do less work, make the same money.
Yeah, like there's shortages. You'd be like, hey, for 20 extra grand, we'll get all your containers on a fucking...
Yeah.
We'll make sure it gets on a ship.
Yeah, there's no reason for the problem to ever get resolved. You made the comment right before we started that cars, for next year, there's definitely going to be shortage, and they're okay with it because they're making way more margin now.
Yeah. 100%.
They're basically selling probably fewer cars, so less work, less expense on those selling costs, and probably don't need to spend $1 on advertising.
No.
And you're making more margin. This chip shortage is going to last forever.
Yeah, why not?
Carvana, which is publicly traded at the bottom of the Carvana used car sales marketplace, right? And at the bottom of the pandemic, they were trading at $40 a share. They're trading at $319 right now.
They actually got down to 25. I bought some.
Oh, did they? 25? Okay.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
sold at 50 thinking, oh man, I came up and...
Yeah.
So $25 to 10x, over 10, Jesus, more, 15x.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In 1 year. And I just went on Carvana. A 2013 Toyota RAV4 is $18,000. 2013, that's 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tim's rich.
What's a 2010 model going for?
I mean, that might be 25 grand. An even bigger piece of shit.
You get the vintage bump.
Oh my God.
It's a vintage car.
Yeah, vintage. Oh my God.
These prices are nuts.
So what does your business do?
So what we do is we're kind of we're a mobile car buying service. What we do is we purchase cars from people from the convenience of their home, from their work. They don't have to go anywhere. We do FaceTime appraisal. So we used to send people out pre-pandemic, and then during pandemic, people were obviously shy or scared of meeting people or random people. So we switched our whole process and we went completely FaceTime.
Wow.
So now we're buying almost 150 cars a week strictly on FaceTime. So
and how can you trust that the car is like
doesn't have an engine?
So what we do a test drive as well. So if it's over 40,000 miles, which usually is like the manufacturer.
Oh, FaceTime
warranty,
drive?
Yeah, we'll do like a FaceTime drive. So a customer will jump in the car.
Do they have to hold it while they drive? Because that seems like a risk.
It seems like a risk, yeah. I think it might be a risk. So we don't have them go on the main street. We just have them get to like 40 miles per hour, make sure they go through all the gears.
Yeah.
And
what are you like? Are you like listening to something?
Yeah, we tell them to turn off the AC, turn off the radio. We just want to like see if there's any engine noises.
Yeah.
And then your team knows they can tell if there's something wrong.
Yeah,
by the
100%.
sound.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's obviously pretty accurate. Like you don't have many mistakes there.
No, we actually buy better cars now than we did pre-pandemic. So
because you don't have to see these people.
Yeah.
And is it? And then so they FaceTime you drive, and then what happens?
So then we go through. We find out what they want for the vehicle. If they have any other current offers from, like, say, a CarMax or Carvana. And what we do is we always beat any rate and deal offer. So if you have an offer for, say, $20,000 on your car, we'll beat it. Usually by $300-$400. Sometimes we're beating offers by $1,000 and $2,000. Depends on the vehicle, obviously, and the price point.
Wow. And so and you were telling me earlier this, the worst thing anyone can do is do a dealer trade-in, right?
Oh, 100%.
I did that 4 years ago.
Oh,
I've done that like so many times.
This is by far the worst thing. Let me tell you a
What,
story.
they just give you the worst rate?
Yeah, it's just,
scumbags,
they just know how to take advantage of people. So
Yeah.
let me tell you a funny story. So my wife's cousin, he had a 2006 Honda Accord. This is back in like 2011.
So he's a millionaire.
So I asked him, like, oh, what happened to your Honda? He's like, oh, I traded into the dealer. I was like, what'd they give you? He said $3,000. I'm like, 3,000, you know, your car's worth like 10, 11,000. We would have paid you $8,000. He's like, yeah, but the door had a dent in it. And I was like, okay, like.
Okay, 7,800.
Yeah. And like we kept going back and forth. And his only response was, that, you know, the door had a dent in it and the dealer said it was going to cost too much to fix. And I was like, oh my God, like you left like at least $6-7 grand on the table.
Wow.
Scammed his ass.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
And
the car dealership experience, if it weren't for this group chat listener, every experience I've had, I've walked away thinking I got ripped off.
It's a Seinfeld episode.
You
I
never.
think you just sign up for it.
Yeah, you're just like, I know I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Like, just
go ahead. How can we make it quicker?
Yeah,
you just rip me off faster.
Yeah, if you're gonna fuck me fast.
got the title for the episode.
Oh my God.
That's exactly, yeah.
And so
You should start a site called Fuck Me Fast. Listen, you don't have to do,
we'll sell you a
sign
car
here.
in 6 minutes. You're guaranteed you're gonna overpay, but you're in and out.
That's a brilliant idea. I got fucked by D and it was so fast.
Fuckbyd.com.
Oh, sorry, we went way off track.
So then Carvana and CarMax, they're obviously better options than going to the dealer, but you found that even they're being very aggressive on price.
Yeah, for sure. So CarMax, they don't negotiate, right? So in the beginning when they first started, they were giving amazing offers to build that trust, right, with the customers. And for the last few years, what I've noticed is they lowball on almost every single car, especially if it's something that they can't put on their front line, like what's typically called a wholesale unit. Anything that's like lifted, that's been altered, they'll give you like 30% off on value, or like they'll give you 70% on value of that vehicle.
Wow.
Sometimes even less. So, and that's the stuff that's hot right now, like lifted trucks, any type of lifted SUV is what's hot on the market. So if you go to a dealer, they'll tell you, oh, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
That's not true. Everybody wants a lifted truck or a lifted SUV.
Wow.
Well, that's the other thing, yeah, because all that aftermarket you just get taxed for.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Little do you know, over in the Inland Empire, those lifted trucks are going for 2x.
Scam Max over there.
Yeah, like it can cost anywhere from 10 to 20 grand to get a nice setup.
Yeah.
And a dealer will deduct for that instead of giving you added value for that.
So when the pandemic hit last March of 2020, everyone panicked. At what point was it clear your space was going to be red hot?
So right when it hit, we panicked as well. So we used to have a staff of 45 people that worked in sales and admin. We got down to I believe a staff of like 12, 13 people. March was horrible. Nobody was buying cars. Mannheim, which is the largest auction house in the United States, actually shut down.
Right.
Like they stopped running for a few weeks, or almost a month. They obviously panicked. So there was other auction houses that we were selling cars out of. Slowly but surely, cars started selling. We just had to buy them cheaper and sell them cheaper. So cars were going like 50% off pretty much at that time.
Wow.
And then once that PPP money hit and the unemployment money hit, that's when everything just took off.
So like May.
Yeah, April, May was ridiculous. Cars were going over book value, over retail value.
So you really only had a 30-day of...
Yeah, it was a 30-day, like a huge scare though. Like that first 30 days, you're like, what are you going to do? Like we built, at that time we had just spent like almost 100 grand on our infrastructure. We brought in a lot of tech. We changed up a lot of things. And
now you're just doing shit on iPhones.
I mean, even Carvana.
Yeah, thank God for that new update as well on Apple. Now you can FaceTime anyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the longest time, we couldn't FaceTime the Android. So we had one guy at our office that has an Android phone.
Oh, that's they now let you do that?
Yeah, you can send a link and you can just jump on a FaceTime with anyone.
Wow.
That's good for business.
Wow.
So that's helping us out a lot.
I mean, even Carvana in March of 2020 did the predatory convertible note, the Airbnb style, where the investors just made a fortune because they panicked so much.
Yeah.
Wow. And so if people want to sell their car, how do they do that? And is that only in Southern California? Or is that all over the country now?
So we do all over California. We just started doing Texas. We do Arizona and Nevada as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you go if you have a car you want to sell?
So you just visit our website. It's thecartrackers.com.
Thecartrackers.com?
Thecartrackers.com. It's the easiest way. You just go on there, you submit your vehicle, and you'll get a call within minutes.
And then what do you guys do with the cars? You sell them, obviously.
Yeah.
And you guys are selling them at auction houses or dealerships?
Yeah, so we have a huge network of buyers that need vehicles, right? All these dealers need vehicles, but they want them frontline ready or they want them ready to go. A lot of cars obviously are not in good condition. There's
so you'll
damages.
fix them up?
So we'll fix them up and we'll get them ready for them.
Got it. And What do you think about the car market next year? Do you think this fake chip shortage continues or?
Yeah, I really think so. I think another thing is, I think a lot of these manufacturers are gearing up for the EV, right? So I think in 10 years, we're supposed to go all EV.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're trying to get ahead of the game because obviously what's the hottest vehicle right now is Tesla. Those are selling, if you bought a Tesla last year, you can sell it and make money on that. Wow. So it's pretty crazy.
What are the hot cars?
Transit vans. Honestly, everything is hot. Anything that runs and drives. If it has an engine and it runs and drives, it's hot right now.
I can't wait till
every single vehicle has gone up at least 30 to 40%.
What?
It's ridiculous.
I can't wait till Tim sells his RAV4.
Walks in a diamond chain.
Hey,
I know, yeah.
gives all the money away.
Yeah,
Let's
You're
be
right.
very
To
clear.
my
You should
nearest
give away your
jeweler.
RAV4. So you should give away his RAV4. I saw a guy walking down the street there. They could have used a car.
Yeah, that's also true.
Why don't you? Did you get his number or anything? Did you, oh, you just drove right
I'll
by.
get it. He's looking at you, asshole. You were right behind me. Fuck you, buddy.
So another thing, this is the first time in history where, people actually have equity in their leased vehicles. You've never, you've always returned your vehicle back. There's never really any equity.
Yeah.
Right now you have, on some Hondas and Toyotas, there's like 8 to 10 grand of equity. On some Fords, there's 8 to 10 grand of equity.
So that's a good point. So if your lease is running up, you should buy the car and sell it.
You should buy the car and sell it 100%. But here's another thing that the manufacturers are doing now. So like Honda, Ford, Nissan, they're not allowing you to sell to a third-party dealer anymore. You have to take it back to a Nissan dealer or a Toyota. Not Toyota. Toyota's not part of that. But like a Honda, Nissan, Ford, you have to actually take it back to their dealership. And they have the first chance of buying it for the lease buyout.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Where like before, they couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, they didn't care. Yeah. So they're pretty much forcing people to bring these cars back because there's so much equity in these cars and they're just putting them back on the front line and making 10, 15 grand on these cars.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Careful
What
on
about
Melrose, man. Melrose people are going to start getting jacked for fucking minivans.
Yeah, just be like, what do you got there? 06 Civic?
Does it run?
All right.
Wheels, 4 of them? Get out.
Keep your Supreme and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I'll take the Civic.
Yeah, I'll take the Civic.
Oh my God.
What is that, a Patek?
Nah.
Give me the Corolla.
No thanks.
Yeah, like Nissan Sentras right now. For the longest time, they're like 10, 12 grand. At the auction, they're going over 20 grand right now for a Nissan Sentra.
Who the fuck wants a Nissan Sentra?
Let me ask you this. Did anyone...
More than they were new.
Did anyone like... Is there someone who hit like a lottery ticket here? Maybe like, I don't know, you owned like a huge used car lot and all of a sudden you're having like this record year. Like,
He did.
Yeah.
He hit the lottery.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations.
We've doubled our sales. Last year we did 50 million. This year we're on track to surpass 100 million.
Did you have a lot of inventory already going into this?
Not really. So our model is, we turn the cars as quick as possible. Like our usual flip time is about 15 days.
That's what I wonder. Like, is there someone like in Ohio where I'm from that's sitting on like
7,000 cars?
Yeah, like a bunch of used cars, and they're like, what? Like they were scraping by, and now they're like, we're fucking rich, honey.
I'm sure there is.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That's amazing. So thecartrackers.com. Is there anything else they need to know? You just submit that they're interested and you guys will reach out?
Yep. So they can call in as well. The number's listed on the website, 714-699-9899.
Okay.
But the easiest way is just submit online and we'll have someone reach out to you right away.
Wow.
Good for you, man.
Congratulations.
I love
We
hearing these
also do
stories.
same-day wire transfers. No one else offers that.
So if you say, like if we FaceTime at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
and by how long, what's the process exactly?
So what happens is we'll have a pricing manager reach out to you. They'll do the test drive. They'll do an appraisal on your vehicle. We'll come to an agreement on a price. Within minutes, you'll have paperwork that you sign. And within, I would say 15, 20 minutes, you have a wire transfer. If you choose for that option, you have a same day wire transfer.
And then how do you get the car?
So we have...
You trust these people?
Yeah, I mean, we check their ID. We run DMV reports. So we do our due diligence as well.
Yeah.
And then what we do is we send our transport companies out to go pick up the vehicles. And it's usually same day, but latest it's probably like 48 hours.
What percentage have you had problems with? Meaning they didn't give you the car, they disappeared.
Luckily 0%. Like
Wow.
yeah,
Really?
it's
Wow.
amazing.
Honest
Yeah.
Abe's over
Yeah,
here.
thank God.
Wow. Things are...
Yeah, we're
so bad.
doing our, we've had issues in the past actually where there was like a huge thing where people were washing titles, where they would go purchase a brand new, Mercedes S-Class. They have a buddy at the DMV that will take off the lien and then they go and sell the cars. And we had that issue pre-pandemic where we bought a couple of those and got hit pretty hard.
Wow.
Well, good for you, man. It's good to hear these stories of the pandemic really just
kicking
Kicking
things
business up for some people.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. And thecartrackers.com.
Sounds like if you own a car and you're listening,
You're rich.
sell it.
Yeah, this
Hit
is
the guy
time.
up,
This
hop
is
on a
definitely the
FaceTime.
time.
Because if
Catch
you
a
can,
wire.
yeah, I mean, if you could live without a car for what? Probably 18 more months. You think things will, or 2 years?
I would say
You can live with a car for a decade. This is crazy.
I would
need to
say
start burning
2023
down.
is when it's going to start getting a little bit more normal. I think all of next year is going to be crazy.
If I were you, I'd be burning down chip factories.
Yeah, chip factories.
2022, I'd be like, where is it? Let's keep this shit going.
Yeah, the worst thing is just don't trade in your vehicle. Do your research. Like most of our sellers are ones that have gone to CarMax. They've gone to multiple dealers. They're not just taking the first offer. They're doing their
Homework, yeah.
They're doing the homework, and that's why they're winning. They're making $1,000, $2,000 more than they thought they would get.
Yeah.
So it's definitely do your homework. Don't just take the first offer. That's the best advice I can give.
Awesome.
Good shit.
Sounds like if your car, you're rich.
There you go. So congrats. If you're listening to this on your commute, keep the iPod, get rid of the car.
Yeah. Get a bike.
Come on. All right, good stuff. One last thing. Sorry, we got to ask. Dee, it's really Dee's fault. Dee's not really big on having people on without asking for freebies.
A discount code.
Well,
You
we want a premium code.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We want the opposite.
Yeah, we don't. You say group chat, you get $1,000 less.
$1,000 off your minivan. Oh, imagine.
Fuck me fast.
We'll speed it up though. Okay, so any sort of deal maybe that you could offer our listeners?
Yeah, for sure. So at the time of appraisal, if you just mention group chat, we'll throw an extra $100 on top of your appraisal.
So once they get the appraisal, then say it.
Then say yeah.
Because
That
I
way
was
they're
in,
not
you
like-
guys might,
yeah.
play
We
a
don't
lot of
want any issue with
games.
that.
Hanky panky.
Fussy math.
Yeah, wait till you get your number and then say, oh yeah, by the way, group chat.
Yeah.
Give me
I'll
another
take that extra
hundo.
$100, please.
Yeah, in cash.
That wire hit. Okay, perfect. That's great. There's just a free $100.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man.
Sweet.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, one of you guys sell a Civic or something recently? I saw last night you guys were hanging out with the Salt Bay.
Well, Mr. Bay was not there.
Oh, come on. That's the whole thing. I thought you just go there and he's there.
So, we had amongst our, friend group, we do stupid bets on I don't even know what the bet was.
Something NBA related.
Something NBA related.
Okay.
And, occasionally people remember and then we decide to go do a dinner. So the loser has to pay for dinner.
Yep.
So Anand lost his time. And obviously, given his new wealth,
Yeah.
we were like, let's go somewhere expensive.
Benihana.
So, Nobu Malibu, we've done,
Avra.
we don't go to their restaurants so John and Brian from Hwood are in the group,
Yeah.
and then our friend Mikey, and so we don't want to go to their restaurant because it'll be free. So we need to go somewhere where we know the loser has to pay money.
Yeah.
So I think we've done Nobu Malibu a bunch, and so our friend Mikey suggested Salt Bay, Nustret, as they like to call
Where
it.
is Nusret?
It's next to Spago in BH.
Cannon and Wilshire.
Is it new?
I
Or has
think
it been there a
last
couple-
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last year,
Okay, so you picked it purposely to be kind of ridiculous.
because we want to be expensive. And, I look at the menu online. Obviously, Anna and I are vegetarian. Don't see one thing we can eat except a few salads. And then I called because I was like, man, I literally did not eat yesterday and I was starving. And I was like, do I have to eat dinner at home?
Yeah.
So they go, and we have sides. You guys can eat sides. And
Did you ask if the Bay was in town? Or
I forgot to ask. We should have asked.
I thought you should call ahead and be like, is the Bay in?
Yeah. And so keep in mind, this restaurant is massive. So they have a tent on the outside on Cannon, which is insane. So does Spago. And then they have the actual restaurant that was supposed to be. So whatever, Valley Car.
So are places like that doubling their capacity?
Yes.
Wow.
Every restaurant is. Think about it.
They've shut down that
Cannon.
part of Cannon. They're on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Money's just falling from the sky.
Yeah. So it's definitely, so I get there first. I got there 7:30 on the dot. I walk in, shocked. It's actually quite empty. Okay. And so, seats are coming in, but I guess 7:30 Beverly Hills feels like peak time.
Yep.
But I guess maybe it was a later crowd, whatever. I sit down. A waiter comes. What do you like to order? And I think Brian comes and Anand comes and then Mikey and John. We sit down. They have the QR codes for the menu. When you walk in, right when you walk in on the left-hand side, the biggest poster of Salt Bay salting.
In the mid-salt.
Yes, which is a little off-putting, yes, to say the least, okay? I don't need some dude sprinkling salt when I walk in.
I think they went too hard on the bay.
Okay, and so we sit down, get the menu, and Brian goes, damn, this place is expensive.
You could just instantly.
You could, if you want to be obnoxious, a party of 4 can clear 10K easy. And there's $1,500 steaks,
gold,
2K steaks, 2,500 steaks.
Yes.
Did anyone eat it?
So whatever. We're like, well, let's order. So we ordered salads for us, sides. We're all drinking alcohol, and I think Anna and I had like 3 drinks. I think our friends had like 1 or 2. And so they take the orders, they order the steak, and Brian's like, Brian and Mike are like, I don't feel like comfortable ordering the gold flake because it's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
So whatever, we order salad, sides, and then they order the meat.
Is that the one that if he's in town, he salts?
Yeah.
The gold one?
Yeah, I think he salts.
No, you paid the premium for the show. So there's a discounted steak version that I do know. If you don't want the show.
Yeah, but we wanted the show.
Does somebody else do the show if he's not there?
Yes. So we got a guy in a red apron.
That's annoying.
Okay.
An apron?
Yeah. With the mask. So whatever, we're waiting and kind of waiting for a long time. And finally the food comes like 45 minutes later.
1 hour from when we ordered to a bite of food and the restaurant was empty.
Okay, so we then...
Okay.
So
at like 7:30, 8:30.
Yes.
Yeah, so we finally get the food, and the one thing they do there, which is kind of odd, which I get on the first course, which is they serve you their portions, right? Yeah. I get that. On the first course, when you're just getting started.
Yeah.
They want to serve you the whole fucking dinner.
That's weird.
It's weird. So like when you want more salad, they come around and do it
so
for you.
So if they see like one side of your salad is like a little light, all of a sudden someone's putting, I was like, I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Well, they don't even ask.
No, just keep pouring. So whatever, we get the salads, get the sides, and I'm gonna be honest. For me, not good.
Not good.
Not good.
What'd you order?
We ordered like 3 salads and we ordered French fries. Those were good.
Cream spinach that wasn't creamed.
It wasn't creamed.
Just mushed up spinach.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
what was the steak review?
They said it was good. It's not like they were jumping out of their seat. And these guys eat at the best restaurants in the world always. So I'm sure their standards are higher.
But I mean, the prices are higher.
Yes. So whatever. We get our food and we eat, and everyone's kind of like disappointed. It's kind of like a disappointing vibe. Yeah. We're just like, what the fuck is going
Especially
on?
on it.
Yeah. so finally the meat comes and they do the whole Salt Bay. We took a video of it. And the place is very salty. Everything's salty. This guy's sprinkling his salt on everything.
I mean, even like the blue cheese salad that we got was just way too salty.
I mean,
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and it is the worst restaurant experience I've ever had.
Wow.
Ever?
Well, of like, a brand. Okay. When you go to a nice restaurant.
It's a luxury restaurant. Yeah, right? It's a really high.
But still, ever. I mean, that's globally.
So whatever. We then you want dessert. So we were like, we got to do the gold flakes for dessert because we didn't do it for anything else.
What do they put flakes on?
So it's a baklava.
Okay. And
so they do regular baklava and gold flake baklava. And it's 1 slice of baklava gold flake. It's $75. Okay.
Yeah. So we split 1 slice.
We split 1 slice because we were like, we got to try gold.
Does the gold have a taste?
Oh, it tastes good. It tasted rich. I do agree with that. I felt rich eating it.
Tastes like a Civic. They should have Civic flakes.
I can't believe it's so popular.
So how much was the bill?
But is it really? Or is it just...
I think...
Is it just that everyone who goes there posts it?
No, I think they're doing $36 million out of that venue.
But you said it was empty.
But, I mean, it is honestly so disappointing. I can't imagine... I mean, we don't eat meat, so I can't comment on that. But... given the experience, it was just
at that price, you need to have the best experience, at least from a service and
it was all off this fucking Instagram, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be better meat. I don't believe it's the meat.
I feel like that restaurant should be like a mid-tier, affordable. Like that's what I feel like it should, like how they should have leaned into to put it in Beverly Hills, the nicest of the nice, best of the best.
I mean, they have like 30 locations now.
Yeah.
And by the way,
is it really like 30?
Yes.
And I'm sure Salt Bay is getting screwed because all the conglomerates own it now. Like Salt Bay.
So here's another interesting.
You just fly from restaurant to restaurant. Like, well, I'm in Miami tonight.
Poor guy's carpal tunnel.
Yeah. He just sleeps like that. Just stuck.
So what's interesting is we ordered the wedge salad, and you normally in a wedge salad at a steakhouse has bacon.
Yep.
So I go, can make sure there's no bacon on it, and she's like offended. Oh, we don't have pork here. I was like, yo, chill.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The guy doesn't eat pork. That's fine. But you don't have to be all like...
all weird about it.
Yeah, whiplash neck about it.
Yeah. Sorry, you have gold flakes on everything. Yeah. I'm not sure what you do have.
I don't know what the fuck is this?
Christ. Okay, well, good to know. Because I will say, like, I've never been to one of those restaurants. And you see it all over social media. I've always wondered. And now I don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I mean, at least if the food was like fantastic, then whatever.
But also not the like cardboard cutout of.
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like it's just so over the edge.
Yeah.
The only redeeming quality of Salt Bay that I can find, or Nurse Set. I'm not Salt Bay. I'm sure he's a fine fellow.
Yeah.
He
wouldn't be so sure.
His family was struggling. He had to leave school in the 6th grade to work as a butcher's apprentice, and that's how he got in the industry.
Yeah.
But that also could be fraudulent.
So I love that. But look, I mean, number one.
Sounds like a sodium apprentice.
Yeah, sounds like a really good story if it's untrue.
Yeah.
Perfectly told.
Yeah.
If it is true, I'm happy for the Bay. I'm happy he's making money. I just think that like you can't lean into like an Instagram gimmick at that price point.
Yeah.
Like you have to be one of the best restaurants in the world.
Yeah.
Gimmick or not.
And the other noticeable thing, it wasn't an LA crowd.
No.
Is it touristy?
Yeah, it definitely felt like.
But look, if you're going to go down to Beverly Hills for the night and have a nice dinner, you're not choosing that.
Well, maybe
if you're
you
local.
If you're local, definitely not.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can't think of a time where I've gone to a restaurant in LA and not know one person. And especially John not know one person.
Yeah,
which is insane.
Wow.
Yeah, especially John and Brian together. No one came up to the table. Normally, if you go to a restaurant with John and Brian, it's just bombardment of like people kissing their ass.
So, hey, if you're in LA and you're cheating, go take your side piece to Nurse Set.
Side Bay to Salt Bay.
Should change it to Side Bay. We promise you won't see anyone you know.
That's why you charge so much. There's no chance you'll run into anyone that lives within 30 miles.
Okay, well, thanks for the review. And,
What's even funnier? So we're standing in the valet waiting for the car, and this couple looks like they're taking a picture, a selfie, whatever. And it's kind of like a makeshift valet because they made the tent, and they have the what do you call it, stanchions that are connecting, stick chains that are connecting. They're kind of leaning on it, taking a picture. Complete fall down.
They fall over.
I was like, what is this Rainforest Cafe?
That was on the way out? Yeah. So like you guys were already feeling like the way you were feeling, and then people were tumbling all over the place.
That's what we said. Not only adding insult to injury to Nurse Set, when we were in there, we felt like we were in Rainforest Cafe in Las Vegas.
It's not even
it doesn't even feel luxurious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. We just shit on that place. Oh my God.
But if you want to buy that, Nurse Set, we'll give it better.
Punched in the face. It's going to be like a chef from Nurse Set. It's like, fuck you. Anyway, all right, that was cool. Well, thanks for saving me a couple hours. You want to talk about some news?
Yeah.
Hey, can we check back in on Evergrande?
Yeah.
What's
Evergrande.
What's going on with Evergrande?
So, I mean, they missed their payments.
No. So there's two different things happening.
Payments.
No, they've missed payments to local banks in China.
Okay.
But here's the big days today. So by the time this episode comes out, they owe $83 million in U.S. denominated payments. So the assumption is they're going to make that payment, and they screwed over the local banks.
So they literally missed the payment. The stock market ripped today.
Why did that happen?
They think the government. So the government's come out and said
we don't want
to bail it out, but I think they think it's a game of chicken. And the U.S. market believes that the government's going to step in. And
It just seems weird. It seems like that would cause more panic. Like I saw the market today and I'm like, what happened that it seems like that you'd be like, oh shit.
And the government's going to have to step in because if this ripples through the real estate market of China, it's a complete catastrophe. 30% of their GDP is real estate. So do you remember like 60 Minutes years ago did those specials like the empty cities in China?
Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So they basically kept construction going to falsely inflate the economy to create jobs, create, all these industries in these cities, but the cities were actually ghost cities. Like no one actually lived there.
Because everyone can only have one damn kid.
Yeah,
How are
exactly.
you going to fill these fucking things?
So the stat came out that there's enough empty property in China to house over 90 million people.
That are just not even there. They
90%
can add
are
90 million.
homeless.
You could send all sorts of
So
people.
to put that in perspective, there are 5 G7 countries, France, Germany, Italy, the UK, and Canada, that could each fit their entire population into those empty real estate.
You know what's even crazier? China real estate contributes a mind-boggling 29% of GDP.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And in US, it's 6%. 6.
But that's because it's all empty. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we should just, we could send some people there.
Evergrande.
Yeah, I don't know. We could start making a list. I'd argue for all of Florida.
Homeownership in China is ridiculous. Everyone owns homes.
Never
Yeah.
been.
So what happens? So you think, because they're going to fail, but the government, you think, was probably going to bail them out. They
The
have to.
market's telling us that they think.
Yeah. So it's not about what we think.
Yeah.
Or the market saying even if they fail, it's not that big of a deal.
You're basically pushing Xi's hand. Like, even if they miss this next payment, they're like, are you going to really miss the next one? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a standoff.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious on this 86 milli.
Yeah,
I'm sure that guy waiting by his desk. Did that wire hit?
Yeah, for real. It's not as fast as Car Tracker. Over here. He's like, yo, I did my FaceTime. It's taking so long. What the fuck?
That poor banker just sitting there. The cutoff
So it's
time
multiple
distance.
people.
Yeah, I know.
So any
but
minute
it's
will-
funny if it was one person.
Yeah, I like it better as one person.
Yeah, one guy.
Come on, Anand. We gotta shit on the
It's like
story.
The Office, scene from The Office.
Just
The
sitting there
guy's
tapping his fingers.
And it's DJ Khaled next to you. Did that wire
That
hit?
wire hit? Oh my
What's
god.
the Fat Joe line? Yesterday's price isn't today's.
Yeah. The story of Evergrande. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it looks like the stock market, they believe in it. So
they don't care.
We're in a good spot.
They don't care.
I mean, talk about, you could have made a quick buck there. Just
Yeah.
No one wants
the
the
panic.
party to stop. That's
No.
the first rule of investing.
I mean,
Party
bro,
doesn't stop.
if civics are flying off the shelves, why would the stock market crash?
What asset class has gone down?
I mean, Honda Civics have gone up.
Mikey was telling us his watch doubled in value
Yeah.
in the last year.
What kind is it?
Rolex. I don't know
No,
which
it's a
type.
Patek.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it doesn't have
No,
an
it's
Audemars?
AP. It's an AP.
Yeah.
It's an AP, sorry.
Yeah, I think that's why I don't know anything about this. I think I've already said this, but I heard that people are parking money in watches, and so watch values are it's if you really just want a watch, it's really hard to find.
But what are they not parking their money
I
in?
can park
Civics,
it in a
Accords,
They could literally they're parked. They use lot.
and
that
You
shitty
just drive around.
steakhouses.
much. Yeah,
You just drive around the street like, damn, a lot of money.
Yeah. Hey, you rich. Okay.
Everything. Rolex announced they have a shortage next year.
They said that?
Yeah.
I'm so
I think the hustle is just say your shortage. That's the hustle.
make less, crank up the price, say you have a shortage.
Oh, we don't have containers. Oh, we don't have chips. Oh,
You know
we
who's
don't-
not going to have a shortage? iPhones. They're going to sell a bazillion of those.
Somehow their chips are fine.
Yeah, you're right. Those things are just filled with chips. Fuck, maybe you could take one out and plug it in that Civic and get going.
That should be the deal. You should be buying up iPhones and plugging those chips
flipping
up in
them.
cars.
Flipping the chips. Oh my god. Okay. What about what's going on over at Grailed? So Goat. So I have a little bit of confusion here. I'm probably going to sound streetwear dumb here, but the CEOs of Goat and Gucci have recently invested in Grailed.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of just optimism about this resale market. What I thought Goat and Grailed were kind of like competitors, no?
Yeah, I mean, so they both are competitors in the sense that they're resale platforms. Grailed really focuses on kind of more menswear stuff. So like
more clothes.
Yeah, and I think where they started winning early days when I would go on the site is like if people wanted like someone, like that Rick Owens jacket that no one was gonna buy for like $2,000 at retail. Some guy bought it. He's gonna sell it for a discount. Wear it a couple times, and he's gonna discount it. Things like that.
Yep.
So I think you end up seeing a lot more like luxury items.
And Goat's more shoes.
And Goat's definitely more in the footwear category. Yeah. Goat does now sell apparel, but I think Grailed has carved out this little niche of like kind of premium menswear or luxury menswear. They clearly have, I mean, people are selling 5'4" on there. People are selling everything on there. So now it's definitely gotten bigger. But what's interesting is it's predominantly men. Most of these resale platforms, with the exception of the sneaker ones, are kind of geared towards women.
Yep.
So like you take your Poshmark, your Depop, your Tradesies, your everything in apparel is mainly geared towards women. So this is interesting. So they raised $60 million and Goat invested in it. So that I think is pretty interesting because...
Do we know the valuation or no?
No, I don't know yet.
You would guess it's, 250 to 300, I would guess.
Yeah, that sounds right. 25% dilution.
Yeah, and I think this also could be Goat taking a little looky-loo if they want to buy it.
Yeah. You have to assume they made this investment either to potentially have, the right to see some data and hopefully buy the business. I'm surprised they just didn't buy it right now. I guess everything goes up. Might as well hold it for another year.
Maybe the CEO didn't want to sell.
Yeah. So it's pretty exciting. It's a big number, and it's in the menswear space, which is interesting. And I think I'm curious to see what Goat does here, if they buy the business or they try to replicate it on their platform. I think Grailed has enough of a brand with its consumers where they probably should buy this business.
So check this. There's a report from Bain that says the resale market in total represented 12% of retail sales in 2019. 23% in 2020, and expected to hit 44% of all retail sales by 2025.
Of all retail sales?
Yes.
Crazy.
What does that include that would be that big?
I guess clothes, shoes, jewelry.
But like eBay, meaning who's covering that much sales?
Who's buying all this stuff?
Where are they even buying it?
I think Goat is supposedly doing $2 billion in GMV. Then you take all the platforms. There's another one, Vestiaire Collective, another resale platform.
44% of all retail?
Yeah, that seems Bain math might be a little off here.
Let's talk to Ali.
Yeah, 44% does sound ridiculous.
They're saying it's approaching 50%. The CEO of Grailed, of course, he's going to say that. But
yeah, all retail.
You could probably resell your laundry machine then, right?
What?
It seems like you can resell literally anything.
If TJ Maxx is doing $40 billion, what resale platform is doing more than $40 billion? eBay? Are they?
Or they think these businesses are going to
10x?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have invested. They should have more than 25%.
Yeah.
Another point, what asset hasn't gone up?
But that's what I'm saying. Don't you think that would also apply to once again, maybe they didn't have the option, but Goat should have just bought Grailed. It's not going down.
But the CEO of Grailed knows that too.
Yeah.
Why would I sell for $300 million when I know I'm going to be worth $2 billion?
Because everything goes up.
Yep. Rule of thumb in life.
Sell everything and don't sell anything. That's the rule.
The physics doesn't apply anymore.
Can you imagine if there's an actual downturn, what this generation of 20 to 30 year olds will think?
It'll be fucking waiting in line for fucking bread lines. Where do I get my off-whites? What do I do with these NFTs?
Basically, anyone who's of age since in the last 13 years has only seen prices go up for everything.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Can you imagine if you're
that means even if you were 18, just getting into the real world, that person's 31 and everything's only gone up.
Yeah, you're right. So you're totally right. I also imagine the lens of the world through an 18-year-old that is famous on TikTok and just moved to LA. All that they know is things just
It's
blow
on.
up. It's just
Yeah.
it's just fucking everything goes up. Fame, the
Followers,
Like
the
everything.
stock market, NFT, like everyone's rich.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a poor person.
Yeah.
Is Boa the TikTok's Nurset? That's where the TikTokers go.
Well, you want to hear a funny story? Because we're talking about NFTs. So I went to Nice Guy for dinner a couple nights ago. And I'm walking out. I see, our friend Zach Bia saying hi. And then he's with FaZe Banks.
Yep.
And so saying
Did
hi
you
to
throw
him.
up the?
I
Hit
forgot
him
to
with a
throw up the
Jason.
symbol.
Yo, phase up.
And interesting, you want to hear something really funny? Zach goes, yo, you know that Banana Yacht Club shit you like? He created it, pointing to me, thinking that I created Bored Ape Yacht Club. And Zach's like, just play along. And so he's like, really? You fucking created that? That's fucking nuts. Whatever. He was so excited. And I was trying to think to myself, like, the world's evolved so fast. Here's a guy, because he is big in the NFT space.
Yeah.
And he's always talking about his purchases.
Yeah.
That is what excites someone like him.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we were like, we're fucking with you.
Oh yeah, you're the celebrity.
If you're the person that created that.
Yep.
Which is so nuts.
Because he could probably run into like anyone and be like, yeah, hi, nice to meet you. But
Yeah.
the guy who created fucking Drunk Ape Yacht Tits is like, this guy is a genius.
Yes. It was insane, like his excitement that there's a chance I might have been the guy that created that.
Yeah. It's just weird, man. It's so weird. Because you could have been.
Yeah.
And like you could have been like completely living in obscurity 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And now you're like, you could be walking around Hollywood as a complete celebrity to celebrities.
In fact, I don't think anyone knows who that person is. A good hustle is to say you created it.
Why not? You could go out every night and be treated like a king.
Yeah. Just wear like a ape face.
One of those monkey masks.
Yeah.
And just look really bored. Just you're in like the hottest club.
Yeah. Just
looking
sad.
bored.
And then you just dress up like you're on a yacht.
Yeah, that's your look.
Like a captain hat.
I'm into it. You could be the biggest thing in town.
Oh my God. I bet you in 24 hours, you could just set the city on fire.
Yeah, you
You're
could.
the guy that.
You could have a blast for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh.
And
Okay.
then disappear.
What about, you know what else we didn't talk about is SoftBank is getting in the resale game?
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought?
I mean, I'm sure they
I guess
thought.
at 44% of retail, fucking, of course. But what'd they do? They invested in a reseller?
They invested in Vestiaire Collective, and Vestiaire mainly is in the luxury space. And they're a European company and raised 178 million euros.
Was that just from SoftBank or that was the round that SoftBank was in?
I think that's just them.
Wow.
It's crazy. And the company is now valued at 1.7 billion. And, they have some existing investors from earlier rounds, but it just continues. It's like, this is luxury resale. And there's so many people that do it. Maybe they're focusing on the European market. That's why they're unique.
Yeah.
But it's, who's buying all this shit? They have 3 million items. They have offices in Paris, New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Berlin. And they grew their number of orders over the last 12 months by 90%. Globally, 100% in the US and 150% in Asia.
44% of retail. We're coming for you.
I mean, you might be right, man.
Everyone's just buying handbags and reselling them and buying some more.
Like having a new thing is gross now.
Yeah. What's that, clean shirt?
Ugh. Disgusting. Wow. Okay.
The world is so crazy.
It is. I love it. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. We could not have started a better concept for a podcast at a better time because we just have nonstop content.
Guess who's toast?
Well, not these guys. These guys are rich.
In the era of everything goes up and everyone's rich.
It's an ironic name. Toast should not be their name.
What is
Toast is negative.
What is Toast?
Toast is a $30 billion company. That's all you need to know.
Okay, fair
You're on
enough.
a need-to-know basis.
I'll sign up. Well, what do they do?
I don't know.
Toast software business that basically helps restaurants manage their online orders, on-demand delivery, integrate payments. So it's basically allowing like normal restaurants like figure out this new world.
30 billion. There's that much of a gap between like what you see on. Look, I'm
It's
sorry,
like the mom and pop shop.
but don't you just have like the iPad on the? I mean, we had it.
Talk toast.
I guess not. Yeah, I mean, that is why I don't have $30 billion.
So shout out to another win for Neil and Green Oaks. They led around a month before the pandemic at $4.4 billion valuation. Green Oaks did.
In toast?
In toast. And 30 days later, restaurants are closed. So they thought it was a zero. They're like, we just literally lit money on fire.
That's what freaking car salesman guy thought too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now 4.4 to 30 billion.
Good for
30
Neil.
fucking billion dollars. That's unbelievable.
Neil's got the magic touch, huh?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, well, good for these guys. There's 3 co-founders. They're all billionaires now.
Yes.
Billionaire's a new millionaire.
I think it is. Millionaire's the new broke.
Honda Accord is the new rich.
Literally, I feel like 10 million's the new million.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Millions, like,
Million, you can't even get a car.
Dude, I honestly think
ridiculous.
an 18-year-old TikTok kid probably like scoffs at $1 million.
I bet they
What
do.
are you, a millionaire?
What are you, a single-digit millionaire? Gross. You can't sit with us at BOA. Okay. And then I saw Robinhood on the app. They were talking about or maybe I got an email about it. A crypto wallet feature.
This is what we're all been waiting for, so we can transfer money out.
But don't they not even sell coins? Or that's what they're going to do?
Yeah. So the idea is they're finally offering a crypto wallet. I guess you have to be on the wait list, and I think they'll slowly roll it out. But then you're able to send from other wallets money into your Robinhood wallet, and then you can
So they
obviously
no
send
longer
out.
are selling fake crypto.
Yeah.
That's basically what
So
they're
what
announcing.
happens to my fake crypto, though? Does it get converted?
That's what.
Ask Vlad.
I
What do you
would
think
rather
Vlad's
not.
going to do? There's no chance.
I've seen how Vlad fucking dodges. Yeah. So what? So I'm just going to
You're
have...
screwed. For sure you're screwed. Why would he help you?
It has to be new purchases.
Yes.
And I just have these weird proxy things.
I really hope it's not just new purchases.
I mean, why would they convert it?
Knowing how Robinhood goes about things, there's no way they're allowing old purchases to now magically be in this wallet.
Because what would the back end of that even look like?
Yeah, that takes a lot of work.
Why bother?
Vlad ain't doing that.
Vlad ain't doing shit. All right.
I think I'm number 250,000 on the wait list.
Well, I need to get on his wait list.
You should do it right now. Let's see what number it is.
But why would you bother as opposed to just Coinbase in it?
Who, me personally? I just
No.
did it to see it.
No, I mean D.
Because I bought some.
He didn't realize he was buying fake crypto on Robinhood.
Oh, you're talking about transferring it.
Yes, I have my Coinbase account or whatever.
Yeah,
all these-
I don't think we're going to be able to.
yeah.
I did the dummy thing. Like, I now have coins in Coinbase, but I started doing it on
Right.
Robinhood. So I just gained up like a decent little amount. They're just fake fucking. Damn it. Okay. Let's do winners, losers content. Dee, who is your biggest winner for the last week?
I mean, I follow Axios. Hold on, I want to see what number I'm on the wait list. 558,000.
That's not as much growth as I would think.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Sure.
Because I was 250,000 yesterday.
wait list?
On the wait list.
Why
and
do they
he's-
even tell you that?
Because they think it's fun. It's kind of
I
depressing.
feel like they make that up too. They're just like, I don't know, fucking, you're 2 million.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Okay. Well, good luck. I mean, we'll see how long it takes them to get through 500,000 people.
Yeah. My winner of the week, I read all these newsletters like Axios and Fortune and, Morning Brew and it is never been a better time to be an entrepreneur if, you're in the right sectors and right industries. And
Yeah.
I think there's awesome opportunities to raise money. I think there's awesome, just opportunity, period. And I think if you're looking to jump into something unique, like this is your time. Like there's all kinds of, I read the coolest shit every day. Like things I could never, there's so many problems to solve, with using technology or, leveraging technology. And I'll read the description of these businesses. I'm like, damn, that's fucking clever.
Yeah.
And I think, if you're a smart young person, it's like the best time ever.
You don't have to be young.
Yeah, you can be
I
old.
mean, preferably, but fuck it.
Yeah, if you're a smart old person.
Yeah, give it a go.
The CEO of Snowflake's in his 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
a big
fuck
bag
it.
for the CEO of Snowflake.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be able to buy another 10 years of life with that. All these treatments and shit. Okay. Yeah, good call. Anand, who's yours?
I'm going to forecast the winner and mention it earlier on the pod, Apple. in the era of shortages of everything, we can't get goods in, you can't get games in, no one can get cars. I guarantee you none of us are going to have a problem getting an iPhone.
Hell no. Because they own the freaking...
They own the factories, but they also own do they own the ocean? How are they getting here?
Probably. They probably do.
They're putting it on a plane.
They probably bought a route. Like, we own this sliver from China to... Yeah, I don't know, man. I just... I agree. You're dead right. And those things are not going to be delayed. But I mean, I guess maybe... What if, like, maybe they plan to launch it in August and delayed it on purpose? Or maybe that happened. That we don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
But I'll tell you what. You want your iPhone, you're getting your damn iPhone.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Good call. I'll be honest. I don't want to be negative here, but I'm having a little trouble thinking of who my winner is. You want to know who my winner is? My winner's Amanda Knox.
Oh, you listened to
the
it.
The podcast is incredible.
Wow. So she's innocent.
She's innocent. And here's the thing. Well, the thing is that, like, she's clearly innocent. And, like, she's been clearly innocent, but everyone sees her as a murderer. And so it's really interesting to hear her talk about, like, how she literally has to walk around and, like, everyone just looks at her as, like, someone who got away with murder. Because that's, number one, what she's more known for. Is also a much more entertaining thought. Like, oh, there's the murderer. And she's not that. But she talks about, like, being in prison for 4 years and, like, hanging out with the prisoners and what that was like and just all the mental struggles and, like, all this crazy shit.
So what does she do now?
She has a podcast.
Murder mystery, let me guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Murder Mystery was like the hottest thing ever on podcasts.
It still is.
I honestly think the non-case launched podcasts into
Is
mainstream.
that Serial?
Yeah.
I think it did. And
Yeah,
I think
for
I think it completely launched, like, the narrative podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just really entertaining. And she really because I'll be honest, when I saw the screen grab of, like, Amanda Knox on Joe Rogan, I'm like, damn, he interviewed, like, potentially a murderer. And, like, it's not even...
Is there a resolution to the case? It's too... I forgot.
It was very clear.
Yeah.
She got, like, totally framed. And she talks about all that. But, like, it essentially was, like, the story was really good that she did it. And it was this fit of rage and whatever. And then the press latched onto it. And then it was like, they did everything just to be like, yo, you did it. Like, you'll remember later, you did it. And it was clear there was DNA evidence from the guy who actually did it.
Oh, my God.
Who's already out. Because he wasn't charged with... He was charged with, like, a light crime. So
it's like the anti-OJ.
Yeah, it is. It's the reverse. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my winner. Okay, Dee, loser. Who's your loser?
My loser of the week is Lamar Jackson, football player.
What happened?
Well, he was a winner.
He was a winner. So the guy...
It happens quick.
The guy beats the Chiefs.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. Like, he played a great game, deserved to win. He didn't practice today.
Okay.
Because when he was going to get a touchdown, he did a flip.
I saw that.
The go-ahead touchdown to beat the Chiefs, he did a flip.
I saw that screen grab.
And he hurt his hip.
So now he's out.
So now he's not practicing. He's just sore. But, like...
Why would he admit that?
Don't say that.
Why would the team let that? Just be like, oh, he hurt his hip in practice.
Yeah. He's too big of a star to be like... They need to manage the PR a little better than that.
I agree. You can't.
Doesn't matter. You could have been playing skateboarding. Who cares? Just don't say that.
But maybe a coach thinks that the flip was stupid, and he's like, "Yeah, he hurt his hip doing a stupid flip."
Okay, that's it.
Maybe they think, "Oh, this fuckery, all this celebration.
Yeah,
stay in line."
NFL's also stupid.
Do you know what the best part about the flip is? Real time. D in our group chat says, "I love the flip. That was awesome."
Yeah,
that's why you said he was a winner just 5 days ago.
Yeah, I was into it, and then when found out he got hurt from it, I was like, "That's fucking stupid. Don't be doing flips when you can get hurt."
I bet they played him. I bet they one of the old coaches was like pissed.
Yeah,
he was showboating and was like, "The world's going to know about this."
That's interesting.
Stay in line and get the points.
That's an interesting take.
Okay. Anna, who's your loser?
My loser is Andrew Wiggins. He's a player for the Golden State Warriors. And it's not because he plays for the Golden State Warriors, but he refuses to get the vaccine. And in San Francisco, they have an ordinance that you cannot enter the Chase Arena if you're not vaccinated. So that includes players. And now he won't be able to play home games if he doesn't get vaccinated. The whole team, from top to players, have tried to privately convince him to get the vaccine. And as of today, he will not get it.
He's the only one.
He's the only one on the team. So he has a $100 million contract.
Wow.
And he makes a couple $100,000 a game. Is he going to be willing to sit out?
We'll see. It's a game of chicken.
And I don't know how that affects visiting players.
What do you mean?
So, like, it's assumed Kevin
they all have to
Durant
be
doesn't have the
vaccinated.
vaccine. I've heard that rumor. So when the Brooklyn Nets come to play the Warriors, are they just at disadvantage?
I heard Djokovic wasn't vaccinated. He got to play in the U.S. Open.
It was outdoor, though.
There was a roof, I saw.
He's an anti-vaxxer.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's really interesting, but a bold stance by the arena, which is great. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But you'll see what happens.
You have to. I know. What exception are they going to make? If you don't make the home team get vaccinated, you make the home team get vaccinated, you have to make the visiting team.
You have to. There's no way around that.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, will LA do that too? Because right now to enter Staples, you have to be vaccinated.
That's going to be pretty funny. Today, the Lakers versus the Nets. We got, I don't know, whatever this guy's name is.
We threw together some guys that were down to get the jab.
Like, there's no way Kyrie got the vaccine.
You wouldn't think so if you had to sort of guess. But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they start moving basketball games outdoors.
I like it.
Rucker Park.
We just go back to like the and one league. What was that? What it was? They used to do the Okay, well, we'll see. I think we're gonna have some interesting. I think there'll be lots of, at least a handful of news stories regarding sports and vaccine.
Yeah,
and where those two meet.
Yep.
My two is also sports. Or my loser is I would say the management or the people in charge of the Canelo Caleb Plant press conference, just because. You let these guys, I mean, look, I don't think the fight's going to be like postponed or anything, but really close. And you let these guys like shove each other. Like if you watch any other fight face off, there's always security and everyone waiting. I mean, even Jake Paul and them have that. And the moment something gets a little testy, you break them up. But this guy was able to be shoved, go all the way back, walk all the way up. Like a woman from the ground is trying to stop him and then walk all the way up to him and try to smack him, and the whole thing happened. It almost cost you the whole fight.
Yeah, because even for the theater of it, if it was fake, you do the push and then you break it up.
Yeah, all day. That's great. Sell a couple. Those are great tickets you just sold.
Yeah.
But you let these guys actually punch at each other, and you could have risked the entire fight being done.
That's fucking stupid.
Boxing's just dumb. I just wish somebody would like overhaul it.
Yeah, like professionalize it.
Dana White it.
Well, that's what gave the lane for Logan and Jake Paul. Because it's so disorganized, they allowed the fuckery to win.
Yeah. And I think they have a potential lane to also Dana White it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I think they just got their promoter's license in Vegas.
Oh, that's probably what they're thinking.
Yeah. And so you guys you do that and have some good fighters and have it be a little bit more cleaned up and whatever. You could totally take that over.
Wow. I like it.
Okay. Content recommendations. What do you got?
Mine is I watched this documentary on a tennis player named Marty Fish.
I watched it too.
Interesting.
So Marty Fish was an American tennis player that he wasn't that great his professional career.
Yeah.
He actually ended up like kind of growing up with Andy Roddick, who was like obviously top American tennis player. And then Andy Roddick career fizzled off. And this guy was, I think, almost like 30 years old. And he woke up one day and like made some lifestyle changes and said like, fuck it, I'm going to go figure this out. So he's like stopped drinking, started training harder, lost like, I don't know, like 20, 30 pounds or whatever it was, or 15, 20 pounds. And he became the number one American tennis player.
Like starting at 30?
Yeah, like 30.
Jesus.
And they talk about mental health and all that stuff. And I didn't want to make the recommendation based on that because like, look, I think that topic is just like exploited to an extent.
Yeah.
But like, I thought it was cool that like this guy, obviously this stud tennis player growing up, goes to the pros, kind of struggles, and then like at 30 decides to like get his shit together and goes on a run. Like he ends up going, I think, to the US Open finals.
No, he got to the round of 16 or quarters, and he was supposed to play Roger Federer, and he had, right before the match in the locker room, he had a mental breakdown and walked out and didn't go down the court.
Yeah.
Damn. But that was as far as he made it.
He won other tournaments, but in the Grand Slams, that was
This is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's that on?
Netflix.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Good recommendation. Finally, a good recommendation.
And you know what it is? It's also like, you watch a lot of these documentaries on like greatness.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff doesn't look attainable. Like I like obsessed with Paul McCartney and how am I blanking on his name? Rick Rubin's documentary. And Paul McCartney's just like, this is how we wrote Hey Jude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the greatest songs ever.
Yeah.
And he just casually saying, and it just doesn't. It's amazing that they can do it, but it doesn't feel like a relatable thing.
When you watch old Marty Fish, do you feel
It's
like
sort of
maybe I have a shot?
Yeah, it just feels like, okay, that's all you did. Just stop drinking alcohol and did eat pizza for a week and became number one player.
I mean, he was also training from like the age of 10 at the IMG Academy.
No, but my point is
You guys have a shot. On and you especially.
Yeah, with the time you have now.
Stop drinking. Take some lessons. You might be able to make it.
Lay off the Salt Bay.
Yeah, fuck Salt Bay.
Take it easy on the sodium. Okay, I'll watch that. Anand, what about you?
I actually want to bring up one more point on the tennis.
Yeah.
So since the last 20 years, there have only been 2 Americans that have won a Grand Slam. And 61 Grand Slams have been won by Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. Those 3 guys.
Seriously?
Yes.
They're that dominant?
I mean,
it might be 62 because I think Djokovic and Federer tied for 21 and Nadal is 20.
Who's our 2?
We had Roddick won 1, and then it was the Agassi Sampras era. I think early 2000s Agassi won his last one.
Damn, so
okay, Agassi, that's like
we're bad. We're shitty at tennis. Damn.
I mean,
I don't know why I thought we were better than that.
I think the answer is like really simple. Our top athletes just don't play tennis. They play basketball, football.
Well, the best basketball player in the league is Greek, not American.
Sure.
The best baseball player is Japanese.
What are all the white guys doing?
Yeah. Well, the football, Tom Brady.
So you're quarterback?
So my point is like I just
Like,
don't
do you
think
think it's serious?
we value work-life balance.
One of my
But there's jobs open, man. You can take it.
one of my close friends, his dad, who you guys know, Jordy, his dad ran player development for the U.S. tennis.
Yep.
And he would always make the comment like, if I had like a Dwayne Wade or Chris Paul and I could put them in tennis, they'd be the best players of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because they're
You just go grab
agile,
somebody
they have
young.
the footwork, they have the speed, they have everything, and they're not like 7 feet because you're not going to win if you're 7 feet.
yeah.
There's got to be like a young male Serena type that's at a court somewhere with the genetics,
No, he's phase clanning and going to Sierra Canyon and play with Bronny.
eating pizza and sucking down babes.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to think about the effort it takes to become the top tennis player in the
There's
world.
no way American tennis is ever going to get better now that you brought up the video game things. Tennis is like a solo, miserable, train by yourself,
Yeah.
hard work when you could just flip on Fortnite.
Phase up, bitches.
Face up, bitch. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Anand, what's your content?
Contents podcast. Jeffrey Katzenberg was on Kara Swisher's podcast.
Oh wow.
It's about like 35 minutes. It's incredible.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I've
talks
been hearing
about Quibi and where their shortcomings were and the future of entertainment, the difference between streamers and studios. I mean, he's so freaking smart, like that's obvious,
Yeah.
but he just frames things in a way that I think, obviously, given all his experience and accomplishments, it's just really a really good listen.
Yeah. Load it up. What's
Yeah.
your podcast?
Sway.
Sway.
Ooh.
It's a
Sway
New York
House.
Times thing,
I think she works at New York Times now.
right? Isn't that? Oh yeah, the New York Times. Yeah,
Yeah.
they must have. Wow. Good for her.
She has very tough questions.
Yeah,
She doesn't let you get off the hook.
But
Nah.
is she unlikable?
For some people, she is. I like
listen
her.
to podcasts with her where I feel like she's like everything's like not almost like past the line of hard questions and into like
Gotcha land.
yeah.
There's a lot of gotcha with her.
Okay, well fuck it. Mine is Billions. Billions is heating up. Anyone watching Billions?
I'm watching Billions. It's not doing it for me.
It's not even. What about the ending of the last episode?
Hey, no
Big
spoilers. I'm waiting for a
Oh,
few.
yeah.
There was a big turn at the end. of the last episode.
It's good. It's spicy. It's just lost its kind of.
I'm curious now. I'm curious with the end of the last episode, and they probably have like 3 more left.
Do they even have that many? I think they have 2 more left.
Shit. All right. It's
So we're not going to get billions again for
I
another
don't
year?
recommend billions anymore.
It's good. It's just, I don't know. Maybe because that break really threw me off.
But that's the question is, do we not now get billions? Are they just now looking at a whole another season? Or did they go ahead and already start?
I hope they had some foresight there. Showtime.
Hey,
see.
relax with the spoilers.
Okay, so what happens is,
Yeah.
look, I think you're right. I think it's been a little lackluster, but the end of last episode.
Paul Giamatti's no beard really throws me off.
I heard skinny Paul Giamatti's throwing everyone off.
But that's
Yeah.
not no beard. That's a whole weight. That's a whole transformation.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to go be in the fucking U.S. Open of tennis next year.
We need someone.
Marty Fish.
You can't even get an American to play
Paul might
tennis.
have a shot. Paul might have a shot. Okay, but any shout outs?
Yeah.
We do have a shout out from Tyson Johnson. He says, I just want to send a shout out to the group chat crew. I look forward to every podcast you put out. Everyone at my work knows not to bug me in the mornings when I'm listening. I need to soak up that news. Shout out to all of you.
I like that.
That's dope. Yeah, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Good shit. Okay.
I got a shout out from Morgan Christie to her husband, Max. Big 30th birthday on September 23rd.
Nice.
That's today.
Happy B-Day, Max.
And he said he's been down. She said he's been down with us since day one when it was Drama and I and Anand on YouTube, which is Anand wasn't even on yet.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you. I was about to call him out.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah. Before Anand was even on it on YouTube.
Yep.
And he has the original DJ Matinee hoodie in plastic.
Wow.
Because it knows it's going to be worth millions one day.
Yeah, resell that bitch. It might be worth $1 million
Oh my God,
today.
that hoodie might be worth a fortune.
Yeah, throw it up on Grailed.
Go get a Honda Accord with that sale of that hoodie.
Yeah, and then flip that and get a Bentley.
So happy birthday, Max.
Happy B-Day, Max.
And enjoy it. And sounds like you have a great wife with Morgan.
Oh, you want to know what else is another good content thing? I saw Netflix is doing a free Britney doc.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's a secret doc. They were filming all along.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
That's juicy stuff.
That is juicy stuff.
Is that it on shout-outs?
I want to give a shout out to Alana, a friend of the pod. She just had another baby.
She did?
Yep.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, good stuff. That's it. What's today? Thursday? All right, shit. Time's flying. We'll see you on Sunday. Everyone finish out that week strong. If you got a car, sell it.
Yep.
Really, if you own just about anything, sell it.
Yes.
And spend all the money on NFTs. That's our advice for the day. We'll see you later.